Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's day 28 out of 200, prepping for my very last show for bodybuilding. My very last show ever. I'm taking you guys along for the journey. I'm posting a video every single day, all the way to the day that I compete. And then honestly, I'll keep posting after that because I'm going to show you how I stay in shape after my show forever and ever. Amen. Today we're hitting chest. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. We're going to hit a little chest day. I'm going to give, just talk about whatever's on my mind, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. I think we got about 22 chest days left until we're on the stage. So it seems like a long time, but it always goes a lot faster than you think. So I'm going to be starting here on an incline. I pretty much always start with one plate, unless I'm feeling real crazy. I need a haircut real bad. And I need a shave. Here we're just working up to sets of 8. I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3. Then maybe honestly we'll do a 3 1/4. We'll see. I don't know if I feel weak today because I'm tired, because I shit my pants again, or because I'm a little sunburned and maybe that's taking some energy out of me. But I don't know. And I've had like a slight headache for this is the second day. I don't know. It could be the heat, to be honest. It could be a million different things, but it's all good. Just got to roll with the punches. I was going to say that too. Like, I think a lot of people think you just feel amazing every day. Like, no, because I've lifted with people where they're like, well, this hurts or that hurts or this hurts. Listen, something always hurts, like on me, like always. And some of it is the weights I've lifted in the past, like how heavy and stuff like that. But sometimes, though, you just need to know the difference between a soreness and an injury. If it's not an injury, you should probably keep going, at least in my opinion. All right, 225. The hardest thing here is the setup for me without a partner, because I don't have anyone that can hold the Smith to help me get my knuckles, over top. One more. Now we'll go 3. A lot of people talk about range of motion. My personal opinion on it is this is where I can stretch normally without any weight, right? Now, if I put 315 on here or 405 on here, obviously I'm going to be able to touch my chest. That doesn't mean I've been working that range, though, if that makes sense. Because if I'm using 135 and I can control it, and then 185 or 225 and I can control it, but then I use 315 and it's pushing me back further than I want it to, that's where you can get dangerous. Now, where I would say the range is fine is if you grew up benching, boom, all the way to the chest, all the way up, all the way to the chest, all the way up. And then you progress through that, and now you're doing 315 like that, 365 like that, then it actually makes sense, and you can work that range because you've already worked that range. You just don't want to work a new range with heavy weight. Oh, that's heavy. One more. Oh God. Well, I did 12. That was pretty good. Little side angle here, maybe. I want to see if I can switch this. Hopefully this will work. We're experimenting. Actually, this will be fine. Right here for today. It was just when I was doing incline. It was tough. Okay. Probably start with 3 plates. All right. Here we're doing 8 as well. We're going to a max of 8. Now we'll go to 5. It's so crazy how much fitness has evolved. Like, you know, I'm 30, and I know every generation says this. They're like, oh, you have it so much easier. I don't really think that, because you guys have a lot more distractions that we didn't have. But what I do think is, for fitness, there's a lot more influence to be in shape than out of shape than there was when I was a kid. Like, when I was 17 and I started this whole journey, I would have a protein shake in math class every day, and you know, it was like I was like the outcast. That was like weird to do. Now I bet if I pulled out a protein shake in math class, I would be like the hero, or that would be like the standard. Like, back when I did it, it was like, what are you doing? It's not lunchtime. It's just funny how much times have changed. Like, you never used to see a phone in the gym, like, really at all. I mean, people would put it in the cubby and then go work out. Or I was even thinking the other day, like, we used to turn our phones off every night. Like, how crazy. Like, we used to charge it and then turn it off at night. And now we just, like, I was thinking about that the other day. We never turn our phones off. We film with them, record with, like, they're almost part of our life. All right, going for 8 here as well. Okay, 3, 4, 5. I probably should have started heavier, to be honest. This will be 7. I really need to do 8, so I'm just gonna jump up 3. Should make a note. I should have done 2 and 2. Now, everybody's on social media. Everybody's got some sort of fitness account, or they're a coach or a trainer. And it's just so interesting because, like, seriously, I was like me, and I knew like 2 other guys that worked out in high school. Everybody else, you know, and to their credit, like, they were playing sports or something. Like, you're gonna lift in sports. I mean, if you've ever seen football players lift, it's very interesting, but obviously it works. Obviously it works. It's just very, well, it's explosive. So I guess that makes sense. Just interesting. I think about that a lot. Like, you know, man, if I went to high school now, I'd have been like the guy, you know? It's just so funny because I think about that movie 22 Jump Street, when they went back to school and like the rules were reversed. It's almost like that. Like, that's real life. Like, now the cool kids are the ones that were taking care of their body and their health and not smoking weed and not doing drugs. And back when I was a kid, and probably many adults older than me, you know, where it was just like smoking and hanging. But I almost feel like high school used to be very social. Like, because you didn't have phones, and then you had phones, and it was kind of a mix. Like, when I went to school, kind of a weird time. Like, we have phones, but, you know, we didn't use Instagram the way we did. We didn't use Facebook the way we do now. Like, it was just different. I just think it's interesting to see how we kind of evolve, but especially as someone that, like, is running their own coaching business, you know, I try to see, like, what the trends are, where the industries are going, because if you don't stay on the front of that edge, you end up behind that edge that's changing, and then you're basically screwed because you didn't set up for it, essentially. And that's how, like, businesses that are successful, like Sears, end up going, I think they're out of business, or Toys R Us. Like, they're successful for a period, but then they never transition to the new way of marketing, the new way of selling, the new way of all of that, so they just go out of business. Whereas, like, you know, Walmart sees AI, they're going to use it. Target, they're going to use it. Like, they're going to use all the new technology. That machine is, like, super tough to get the first rep off. Super challenging. Then I'll hit the old standing press. Got one of those weird headaches where, like, it pulses while you're working out. Not fun. But I got this, flies, and then I got some triceps. I was just watching a video this morning about, you know, goal setting, and my mentor actually was talking about how, like, there's just different levels to it, but like how he would meet people and think, man, I'm so much smarter than you, I have so much more talent than you, I'm so much more hardworking than you, but yet you're making more money than me. And he talks about how the only difference is the people that are delusional and believe that they'll get that money or get that car or get that house no matter what, they always do. It's the people that are afraid to like talk about it, claim it. It's almost like only the delusional people win, because they're so delusional that they just are crazy enough to go and do it and go and get it. And, you know, then you have other people that talk about like, you know, like to put it in perspective, now that I know people are out there making $30,000, $40,000 a month doing what I'm doing, even $70,000, $80,000 a month doing exactly what I'm doing, it just shows me how much room I have to improve, number one, but also gives me a different ceiling, because like I talk about that money and I'm sure people around here are like, oh, you'll never make that, like in their head, or they might think like 40, why do you need 40? 10's enough. And it's just like, you're just thinking so small. Like I want 100,000 a month. I want $1 million a month. Like 40, you know, 20 is going to be my house mortgage. Like, you know, but that's the thing, is like people that think big, and people that don't, they're so limited. And it's funny because he was talking about how it's basically, you just live up to the expectations you set for yourself. If your ceiling is $100,000 a year and a moderate home with a moderate life, then that's what you'll have, and that's fine. But like if you want more, don't be afraid to go and claim it, go say that you want more, but then go work for it too. But the thing is, you'll never convince yourself. So if you don't believe that you can drive a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini, then you won't. If you believe that's for luck, that's for lucky people, then you won't. Like the thing is, like even with YouTube, guys, like I know it may never take off, but I think it's pretty hard for me to show up 365 days in a row, have it not take off. And followers is not the goal. The goal is delivering valuable content that helps people. But I'm just saying, when you show up every day, like I am for YouTube, it's almost like, the way I look at it is like I'm putting a lottery ticket, or I'm picking out a ticket, right? Imagine a huge jar full of tickets, and one has a golden ticket with 1 million subscribers. Every day, I pull a ticket out and see if I won. And eventually I'm gonna pull a ticket out. Pulling a ticket out is the same as uploading a video. And eventually one day I'm gonna upload the video and I'm gonna pull the ticket out, and the subscribers are gonna take off, the views are gonna take off, and everyone's gonna say I made it overnight. Meanwhile, who knows? When that happens, I may have posted 400, 450, 500 videos. You know, but people think it's gonna happen earlier than it does. And that's just not true. So, I don't know. Just a little something on my mind. All right, these we're doing 10, 10, 10. On the last set, we're gonna do a drop set. So 10, drop weight, 10, drop weight, 10. This is like the hardest one for me because I'm usually tired of holding my scapula. And that was close, I feel like. All right, oh, I'm gonna go to 3 and 2. That's not bad. 3 and 2. That is so true. He was talking about how like certain people will like, they'll say like, I'm gonna start making more money, or in their mind they'll be like, I want a Lamborghini Urus, but they won't say it. Like, I want a Urus, but I also want the Cullinan. Like, I think those Rolls Royce Cullinans are, I mean, that's the Mac Daddy in my opinion. Like, you drive that on the streets, you basically own them. I mean, a $500,000 car is crazy. A $250,000 car is crazy too. But it's not, again, I want to keep explaining this. It's not the car. Like, getting the Urus is not what I really want, because that Urus is going to be just another SUV. Like, it's not that cool. Like, it's cool for a little, but then it wears off like anything else. The reason I want that so bad is because a $250,000 car is like a house. And like, so to me, it's just like, to be the type of person that can afford that car is who I want to be. That's really what it is. Like, the type of person that can afford a Urus is who I want to be. So if I buy a Urus, then I have transformed myself into the type of person that deserves to have a Urus, which I already truly believe in my heart I deserve to have a Urus, because I have the knowledge. Like, I've already been studying all this stuff for so long. It's just the disbelief that I've had until this point. Like, now I believe it. Before, I was always felt dumb saying these goals. I'll do 2 more plates, and then I'll probably drop the plate aside. I'm gonna do 10, drop 2 plates, 10, drop 2 plates. And when I say 2 plates, I mean 1 off of each side. As soon as I stop burping. That's something no one talks about. When you eat as much as we do, like, you're literally full all the time. So imagine like Thanksgiving dinner, how full you are. Then go to the gym. That's what I do every single day. That's what I've been doing every single day for over 2 years. That's why I'm like, it gets exhausting. It's like, I'm sick of showing up full. I'm sick of burping all the time because I'm so full. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, even when I make these videos for you guys, the amount of edits, it's not even because I mess up. It's because in between, because I'm taking in air and I eat so much, I'm just burping and burping and burping. And it's like, it gets really old. Like, honestly, no bodybuilder talks about it. But there's that, and then like the fact that you can't even breathe. Like, I can never really breathe. You're like always out of breath. And that's the kind of stuff that, like, after a couple years, it's like, all right, like, I'm over it. And like, normally, you know, when I compete, like, normally if you're a competitor, like, you'll compete and then you'll use that extreme, right? Like, extreme dieting, you'll feel really good. And then from there, you're like, now I just want to get bigger because I'm so small. But I don't want to get bigger anymore. All right. That was honestly a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, here we go. One more. Okay. Whoa. I probably should have ended a little bit heavier because that was a little bit. I mean, I got 20, so it was a little too easy. The first 2 sets were good. I should have went up or kept it heavier on the last one. So we'll adjust that next time. But now I'm gonna do these flies. So here I'm gonna do 5 sets of 10. I'm just using this today, like I did last week, because we used to use dumbbells. There's nothing wrong with the dumbbells. Right now, I don't want to grab the 100s, the 90s, the 80s, just to do the same thing on here. And a lot of those dumbbells are bent, and I don't like them at all. I don't care what anyone says. They spin in your hand, they flip in your hand, and that's not safe. You can't convince me. And I know, like, even my buddy Josh will say, just let it rest, let the bend, whatever. It never works for me. I never feel good about it. I already struggle with dumbbells, so adding a bend in the dumbbell handle is not very good for me. So I'm gonna stay here. This goes to 250, so I think I'm gonna do 10 at 250. And then we'll have to see. I think I'll do like 250, 230, 210, 190 or something like that. So we'll see. We'll definitely see how it goes. Okay, there's 10. Now, the goal is to drop and keep going. That's the only part that sucks about this machine. But most people don't have that problem. That was 230. Now we'll do 210. This will be set 3. I'll go 190 for set 4. All right, 170 for set 5. They honestly just get worse. It always feels about the same. Okay. One more. All right, now we'll do some triceps. All right, these are supposed to be full reps and then partial reps, but they end up being, they end up all looking the same, to be honest. Every time I watch these, I'm kind of disappointed in myself, but we'll see. Here we go. I think those were a lot better, to be honest. You be the judge. All right, here we go. Set 2. Set 2. One more. All right, one more. And I was gonna say, I signed my lease the other day, which is good. I got it all worked out. 15-month lease, same price. Everything worked out, which is amazing. I was gonna say, I have God to thank for that, because I was very nervous with the breakup, losing someone on the lease, like all that was stressful. But we're all good. And so now that I signed that lease, I'm calling it my last lease in Oklahoma. So I've got 15 months to get everything together, get the Urus, and get the fuck out of here. Basically, it's between Myrtle Beach and Miami. So, but not like exactly Miami. I just say Miami as a general area, somewhere in that section of Florida, or Myrtle Beach. I've been to both areas and I love both areas, so I don't really care what nobody thinks, what nobody says. That's what I want to do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna say it every day. Now I have an actual goal every day. Every day I gotta work harder than the last day to make sure in October of next year I am not signing another lease here. I'm signing a lease at the beach. And I'm driving my Lamborghini down. And that's it. There ain't no other plans to figure out. Unless God wants me to stay here, I'm out. 15 months. All right, we're doing 12 skull crusher and then 12 of this machine dip thing. All right. Oh. Alright, usually on Mondays, it's supposed to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do abs. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, calves. I usually set this at 100, which for me is pretty light, to be honest. And then I do 100 reps on this machine. Some days I'll do 100 reps of crunches. I usually alternate. And then with my calves, I'll do single leg. I've showed you guys that in the leg days videos, but I'll show you again. Not today, but tomorrow on leg day. And then I also do seated calf raises with weights as well. So I do that once, and then I do the body weight, and then I do this with the weight, and then I do the body weight. And I just alternate between workouts, essentially. And it's kind of like I'm always saying, like, this is building my abs thicker. This doesn't mean my abs are gonna show. I'm building them thicker. You know, you don't wanna have like super thin abs. Like, it's a fine line. It's hard to balance, but that's what's nice about getting the physique you want for you, because then you decide the criteria. You're not going based off what a judge wants. Because I know so many girls and guys that like would look a different way, but because of the way that NPC or IFBB judges, they won't do that because it wouldn't help their placing. And I think, how fucking dumb is that? So like, there's girls that want bigger legs that can't because they'll grow out a bikini and have to do drugs and be wellness. There's girls that want smaller legs but can't because they're wellness and they have to. I mean, there's guys that want to put on size but they can't because they're too big for their weight class, and they can only do classic, they can't do open. It's like, and then you start just modifying the way you look literally for these judges, and it's like, is that even how you like to look? Like, is that what you want? Because you can do what you want without any of that shit. All right, guys, I'm super hot and tired. That was a good chest day, but that is it for today. Tomorrow we'll be back for some legs. I know I got a client after I do legs, so I'll have to try to show up early, make sure I record as much as I can. I think this recording thing is full, so go back to the house, fix some things up, edit this for you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. If it's your first time, I do show up every single day. So if you like this video, I have videos like this, I have educational videos, I have raw talk videos, I have whiteboard videos, all kinds of stuff where I'm just trying to bring you guys value and also show you the lifestyle that I live. But yeah, I think this is day 27 or 28, so we got 172, 173 videos to go until my last show. If you're not following me on Instagram already, go ahead and look at my description. It's right in there. You can follow me there because I post stories frequently throughout the day to kind of give you guys tips, tricks, and advice all throughout the day and show you how I live. So I think that's everything, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the next one.